where you were at, it's pretty much like being like on par with like the NFL or like the NBA. Like you're as far as like professionalism.
Yeah.
So like at like the NFL, maybe before a game, guys would do something. They would maybe listen to music or they had like a ritual that they would do. Did you ever have one before you went on like a mission or anything like that?
Yeah, and I think everybody does to some degree. And, just tier one special operations. And obviously in the Navy, most people know what that is. I will never just come out and say it, call it Dev Group or NSWDG. That's fine. For me, depending on where I'm at in my career, it's a little bit different, right? So as I got to a senior level and being a team leader, a lot of times I am mission planning and watching intel reports and ISR footage pretty much right till we go out the door. So being able to have a quote unquote pregame ritual is a little bit more difficult. It's literally you are planning until the second you get on that helo. When I was a little younger in my career, we always have a ready room, we call it, and it's where all our gear is, and it's like the locker room in pro sports where everybody's doing what they need to do to get in the right mindset to be able to go do their job. And there's a lot of checking and rechecking and then rechecking again, gear, weapons, making sure everything is functioning the way it needs to be, making sure you have the right tools for whatever it is you're going to be doing that night, and making sure that your head's in the right spot. And usually you'll have, and I've never not had this in any platoon, you have that one guy that's just a music nut, and they get hold of the radio and they crank whatever the hell they're going to crank. And it's changed over the years from different things. I had a guy that used to play the Wild Horses from Silence of the Lambs. Like that was his get pumped music, which he was a nut job. So if you knew him, you'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, I get that. Or heavy metal, rock, it didn't matter, whatever the music was. I had guys that used to like to play movies in the background, usually comedies, and Wedding Crashers, so many times. Yeah, you name it. Like, and you'd be walking to target, which sometimes could take 4 hours, and it'd be dead silent because everybody's just obviously maintaining security, and someone will come across the radio and quote a line from Tropic Thunder or whatever, and then you just hear a bunch of guys laughing and people going shh, shh. And it's just, you find ways to deal with stress with comedy, and that was one of the ways we do it. But and we'd play that before we go out, and that would kind of get us in that mindset. So yeah, it's everybody has their individual ways to do it, and when the team's clicking, those individual ways kind of meld together into something that everybody enjoys and gets focused.
And did you bring any like sentimental items with you? Like when I talked to Alex in episode 1, he brought a guitar and he brought a endo board, which is like you could like it's to mimic surfing, like a balance board type thing.
Yeah, that sounds like Alex.
Yeah.
I brought a guitar every deployment I went to, and you'd think I'd be better, but I'm not. But I'll still dabble now and again. I was never a big video game guy. And I think throughout my career, almost everybody, 75% of the guys would play video games in their downtime. Or there was a 4-year period where Guitar Hero was the thing. And you'd wake up in the morning, you come back from an op, and then these guys just putting their guns down after this nut drag of an operation, and they can't wait to get in there and finish the debrief so they can go play Guitar Hero and see if they can break their record on whatever song it was. And I'm like, if you assholes actually brought a real instrument, you'd be concert level guitar player by now, as much time as you spend playing video games. But again, some people need mindless entertainment, I think, to unwind. For me, it was focusing on something else. And as I got older, I did school on deployments, trying to finish my degree and finish my master's. So I would be taking classes and studying, and that's how I got my mind off of the day-to-day stuff and sometimes the work.